everyone, my name is Wanara Auna Afika binti Wan Muhammad Yasir and my number metric is 1242740. Today I will talk about the evolution of media effect theories. In this presentation, I will explain three theories. The first one is the hypodermic needle theory, and the second one is the two-step flow theory, and the last one is the selective exposure theory. These theories explain how media affect audience and how this idea has changed over time. Media effect theories study how mass media influence people, attitude, belief, and behaviors. The hypodermic needle theory suggests that media messages are powerful and directly affect audience in the same way for everyone. Later, the two-step flow theory argued that media does not influence audience directly. Instead, media messages first reach opinion leader who then influence others through interpersonal communication. Finally, selective exposure theory explains that audiences are not passive. People actively choose media content that match their existing belief, attitude, and preference. Together, these theories show the shift from strong media effect to limited and selective media effects. The hypodermic needle theory suggests that media messages are very powerful and affect audience directly and immediately. However, later researchers argue that media influence is not always direct. This led to the development of the two-step flow theory, which explains that media messages often reach audience through opinion leaders. The selective exposure theory further explains that audiences are not passive. Instead, people actively choose media content that match their interests, beliefs, and attitudes. Overall, these theories reflect a gradual shift from viewing audience as passive receivers to seeing them as active decision makers. The two-step flow theory was introduced in the 1940s by Paul Lazarsfeld and his colleagues. This theory suggests that media effects occur in two steps. First, media messages reach opinion leaders who are more exposed to media. Then, these opinion leaders influence others through face-to-face communication. This theory highlights the importance of social interaction and shows that media influence is not always direct. The selective exposure theory developed later as researchers realized that audiences are active decision makers. This theory explains that people tend to select media content aligns with their existing beliefs and attitudes, while avoiding information that challenge them. For example, individuals may choose news sources that support their political views. This shows that media effects depend on personal choice and preference. In conclusion, media effect theories have evolved over time. The hypodermic needle theory emphasizes strong and direct media effects. The two-step flow theory highlights the role of opinion leaders, and selective exposure theory focuses on active audience behavior. These theories remain relevant today, especially in the digital era, where social media, influencers, and personalized content shape how people consume information. That's all from me, and thank you for listening.